everybody. Welcome to the cottage. Hello, hello. How's everybody doing? Hey, Exotic Lux. How are you doing? Good to see you. Let's see who I've met. Oh, look at everybody. Hey, Carol. Hey, Mary and AK, Arcala, Sarby in the house. Hey, Moon Paradise. Hey, Patty Cakes. Miss Roxy in the house. Long time no chat, Roxy, right? Hey, Sid Vicious. How you doing? Melissa Cakes, what's up? Hey, Shala Radio Lady, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the cottage. Hello, hello, hello. All right, so let's get started on the reading. It's a little bit different reading. We're trying out a new topic, but we will see what happens with that. We are looking for the closure that you never received, and we will read Aries all the way through Pisces. We will take a break and do an astrology chat about halfway through, and we will timestamp that as well. Okay, we will likely do either a cross watcher or a collective reading at the end as we kind of see fit, and again, that will be timestamped as well. Now, if you've not subscribed to the cottage, I hope you'll consider doing so. We would love to have you be a member of the Soul Fam. Oh yes, we would. We have a good time here at the cottage, and you don't want to miss fun times for sure. But anyway, if you would be so kind as to drop a like, I would greatly appreciate it. We are a growing channel, and it helps us get found easier on the algorithm. So definitely do remember to drop a like. And of course, if you would like a personal reading, well, I offer 2 and 3 question readings right now, and you can see how to book a reading in the description box below this video. The link to my website is right there. We are doing mini readings tonight as well, and let me see, I will put that up. Okay, the information that you need right there if you would like to book a mini reading. Those are quicker, not nearly as detailed, but much more affordable. So you can see all of that information. Those are done live. You can see all the deets on my community page. All right. And so just go over. Hello, Zafara. Hey, Esperanza. Hey, Rusaka. AK, Esperanza. Hey, Carolyn. How are you doing? Who have I missed? Anybody? Andrea, Alice. Oh, good to see all of you guys. Hey, Latonya. How you doing? All right. Good to see all of you guys. Welcome in, everybody. Hey, Live Out Loud. Hey, Janine. How are you doing? Live Out Loud. I don't know if you've ever seen that meme that says, I came to live out loud about, if people ask me why I came in this life, that's why. But anyway, so welcome to the cottage and happy fall, y'all, right? We are in fall officially. Halloween is over. 362 or 3 days to Halloween is how I look at things, right? But anyway, JSF in the house. How you doing? Hey, Polly. Zebra Libra. How you doing? How you doing, Love Bug? Everybody ready to see about the closure that we did not get, right? I have a special message for the Taurus and Scorpio collective, or if you are cross-watching for a Taurus or Scorpio, you'll definitely want to pay attention whenever I do the reading for Taurus and Scorpio today. And also we'll talk about that in a little more detail, even in the astrology talk, okay? So, okay, Live Out Loud. I gotcha. But yes, okay, let's do Aries. Aries is going to be at 4:12, Melissa. I think I saw where you were doing timestamps. Reading today with the Barbara Moore Fay deck. Okay, fairy deck, mystical fairy deck. Okay, here we go. Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Aries squad, make some noise. Make some noise. Make some noise. All right, Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North and South Node, and first house stelliums. Let's see about the closure you didn't get. Let's see if we can get you some closure. Let's see if we can get you the reasons why, some closure for a situation where you might have been left hanging. So let's take a look. Let's take a look, Aries. Here we go. Let's take a look. Hey, Camilla, how you doing? All right. Let's see here. For some of you, Aries, this person turned their back on you for a third party that caught their eye. I am getting that very clearly. Okay, let's talk about this. Let's talk about it. I have the Magician in reverse, the Six of Swords in reverse, the Knight of Pentacles in the upright, the Seven of Pentacles in the upright, the Three of Wands in reverse, and the Sun in reverse. And basically, there are several things here on the board. So let's talk about them. For some of you with this Magician in reverse, I think that this person felt as though that you guys were missing some key components that you needed to be successful. Okay, if that makes sense. All right. For some of you, this person may have been in self-sabotage. There may be an addiction here, something of that nature. Okay, possibly. For some of you. Okay. Now, for a lot of you, stability was the issue, or money, or family. Okay. Any of those things could be the case. This person really, but in my opinion, I do see that they turned their back on you. And I'm getting a lot of, with the Magician card and the Three of Wands, it's almost like, two good people for some of you. Obviously, this is not true for those who may have been cheated on or whatever. But what I'm really getting is two good people who brought out the worst in each other. Why do I say that? Those cards can sometimes, both of those cards in the reverse, and they're both in the reverse in your reading, Aries, both of those cards in the reverse can speak to reverse manifestation. In other words, getting exactly what you don't want, bringing out the worst possible scenario. And not that either one of you, in this particular scenario, not that either one of you were necessarily bad, but that you were just a recipe for disaster together. Okay, like everything we touch turns to shit instead of gold, right? No matter how hard we try. And the Six of Swords is in reverse, kind of like just no forward movement, some stagnation here. And I'm kind of picking up stagnation here as well. Okay, the Sun is in reverse. It's almost like, again, you guys just kind of brought out the worst in each other. And it's like, I don't think it was all bad in the person's mind. I don't. But at the same time, these are the issues that are coming out, okay? And I know I'm reading for a lot of different Aries and a lot of different folks with different types of Aries placements. So that's why I'm giving the different scenarios. It could be a combination of those scenarios, or just one, or maybe it's just not your story. That's why I tell you guys to check different placements. And also, particularly in a reading like this, if you check, you will sometimes get additional information. So you may have two different signs that bring out different things that are both true. Okay. So, and that's true with any kind of reading, but especially in a reading like this. But this is what I'm seeing, Aries, as far as where your person was in this whole thing. Okay. And it's like, you guys may have been good people apart, but not together. But now some of you, there was literally a third party. But to be honest with you, let's just dig a little bit deeper into that whole thing. Okay. A lot of times, or pretty much all the time, a person would not have a wandering eye to begin with if things were really good to begin with. Okay. The problem is not a cheater. Cheating is a symptom of a bigger problem that started before. I can tell you that. And I know y'all don't want to hear, is cheating right? No, I'm not ever excusing it, or just, there is no excuse. It is a wrong thing to do. But trust and believe, that's not where the problems, if you have a person that cheated on you or that left you for another person, that is not the problem. That is what happened as a result of the problem. Can I tell you that? And I'm not saying it was your fault. Hell no, I'm not saying it was your fault. I think probably there were problems on both sides, if I had to guess. Okay. And that's generally the case, because vibrationally, that's what we see. Okay. And so please don't misunderstand where I am on the cheating thing. That's not ever good. But just know that that's not where the real issues begin. It worsens it, but that's not where it starts as far as the problematic areas. Okay. So that's why in this reading, I didn't focus too hard on the cheating initially, because that's not the underlying root cause of what happened. That is something that happened as a result of the root cause. Okay. So That's really what I'm picking up from this whole reading for you, Aries. And I hope that helps you guys. So let's see if there's anything else that comes out for you as far as advice, things you need to know as far as moving forward, things of that nature. What additional information can help the Aries collective today? Let's see what we can find out. Let's see what we can find out. Roxy shared with me a TED Talk about cheating, and it was spot on. And I just summarized in 30 seconds what this woman really broke down in detail. I wish if I had it, I would share it to my community page. Out of balance here, the Eight of Pentacles in reverse and the Page of Swords. I think suspicions grew here. And then the Seven of Wands in reverse. It's like, I think you still have a soft spot for this person. And I think there's times that your life kind of gets out of whack from it. Okay. And the Page of Swords is here. They may watch you may watch them. But at the same time, I don't know that anything is really going to change as far as that goes. So yeah, the Eight of Wands is here in reverse. And I don't see anything going forward. And I do get real strong. It's time to heal. And it's time to do the shadow work and transmute this energy. And just stop watching their social media. And stop doing, stop posting if you're doing this. And I'm not saying you are. I've done it. So even if you are or you have, I can't possibly throw shade at you for doing it because I've done it. But don't post things on your social media for their benefit. Just post things on social media just because you do. Not to affect any particular person in particular, okay? And stop taking action as it results to this, okay? Try your best to stay from watching their social media. And also, just step on the path to healing. And many of you know, for free, I have that shadow work playlist, and that's what it's for. It's to tell you what I did and how it worked for me, okay? If that makes sense to you, okay? I've done it before, Esther, and I might in the future. I don't know, but I'll probably do it again. Sometimes I just pick random, but we have fire, we have earth and air. Let's see here. We also have in the major arcanas, we have Gemini, we have Leo, and Aquarius. Okay. All right. Slim got put up after Halloween, Serby. But that's it for you, Aries. I hope that helps. You'll have to let me know. All right. Let's go on to the Taurus gang. Hello, Bull gang. Where are the Taurus gang? Where are you guys at? All right, Taurus Collective. I have let's get started on your collective quickie before we read for you. 1333 for Taurus, 1333 Taurus. I have a download for you from our friend Roxy. I have a download for Taurus and Taurus cross watchers. Several things came out today, okay? And I need to make you guys aware. First off, as you know, Taurus, you have this full moon coming up that both eclipses are hitting you and Scorpios very hard. And it's a big time of transformation for you. It's a big, big, big energy shift for you that's going to be affecting you guys pretty much for a year, what you guys do about it. There are a lot of changes, specifically Taurus and Scorpio. Just remember this. If you are looking at doing something and you've got an internal dialogue or naysayers on the outside saying all the reasons why something wouldn't work or you're not capable of doing this, that, and the other, remind them or your internal dialogue. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. I can do it. I know who I am. And remind yourself who you are. One of my favorite lines from The Lion King, remember who you are. And that line alone is why that's my favorite movie. There's a lot of other reasons too, but that's the main thing. But yes, it is huge. It is going to be affecting all of us for 6 months, but a year for those with Taurus and Scorpio on that axis. Okay. Now, follow what impassions you. Don't let your internal dialogue or the naysayers influence you. Don't accept that energy. And if they try to throw that energy at you, do things to protect yourself and ground yourself and shield yourself and transmute that energy if you know how, if you're a skilled energy worker, and you can do that, into energy that actually helps you go forward. Yes, you can. And I'm not going to give lessons into how to do energy work, but it can be done. But if you don't feel comfortable, then do what I said. Just ground and center and shield. Okay. This is true for cross watchers that are holding on to a Taurus or a Scorpio. Let it go. Let them go. It's time to release them. Let me tell you, I love this analogy. Okay. Roxy, in her words, let go or be dragged. Okay. There is a meme, or no, there's an analogy that I give from time to time. You know, in this world, the universe has us by the hand. And Taurus and Scorpio, the universe is taking off running with you. You can either run along with him and make it a little bit more comfortable of a jog, or you can try to fight it and be dragged along the concrete and let yourself get beat up. But the universe ain't going to let your hand go. You're going whether you like it or not. So you can go willingly and make it a lot more comfortable with the changes, okay? Or you can fight it, and it's going to be a lot harder to fight it. Good luck trying to fight divine energy. Let me know how that goes for you. Okay, so it's time to embrace change. That being said, Taurus, let's read your message. So Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North and South Node, second house stelliums. Let's take a look. I hope I did your message justice, Roxy. All right. Let's take a look. Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North and South Node, second house stelliums. Let's take a look, Taurus. The closure you did not get. The closure you did not get. Maybe this will help you guys to release something too, okay, when we do this closure, right? That's what we hope to do today. All right, here we go. That's what we hope to do. All right, here we go. Here we go, Taurus. Absolutely. All right, so we have the Emperor in the reverse and the Four of Wands in the reverse, the Ten of Wands, the Three of Swords, the Queen of Cups in the reverse, and the King of Swords in the reverse. Okay, so a lot going on here, a lot of separate messages. There are going to be several different possibilities. Take the one or ones that resonate, okay? And because we are reading for a lot of different Tauruses. That being said, the Emperor is in reverse here, and the Four of Wands is in reverse. This person, for whatever reason, just felt like you guys were not a match, okay? That you were just not a match. And because of that, they felt very burdened by this, okay? They felt very burdened with the Ten of Wands here. They felt like that this was very stressful, okay? And because of that, and I think this person, I think it actually hurt this person more than you may realize with the Three of Swords here. All right. There were times, and you know, Taurus, don't get mad at me. Don't get mad at me, because what I'm about to say is out of love. Okay. I love Taurus energy. I'm in love with you people. My daughter is an amazingly beautiful Taurus. So don't in any way take this anything other than from my heart, okay? But Taurus, sometimes Tauruses, you will come across like you don't have emotion with the Queen of Cups is here in reverse, okay? That is not true, and I know that because I know you guys pretty well. But even having a Taurus daughter who loves me from her head to her toes can seem as though, I mean, she it's very rare that she wants to talk about her emotions. Okay. It's not comfortable for a lot of Tauruses to express or talk about the deep feels. Now she will with me, but it's, you know, me and my Cancer Venus, I'm like, oh, I get all up in them feels. It's not as easy for her. It's just not as comfortable. And it's not that you don't love people. Oh, hell no. You feel to the core. But a lot of times people will mistake your external expression as a lack of expression or a lack of emotion. And I think that bothered this person more than you may know. And so don't think that I am beating up on you by what I'm saying. Not at all, Taurus. But probably with that, and then those other cards with the Four of Wands in reverse and the Emperor reverse, and feeling like you guys weren't a match. Taurus, with all of us, there are good people in the world who are just not our match. And this person may or may not have been a good person. For some of you, there's third party in here, and we haven't even gotten to that yet. And I will. This person may have been a good person, maybe not, but just not your person. And there are people that can vibe with Taurus energy better than others. Okay. There are people who can, I'm a Gemini. Okay. We're not the easiest people to vibe with, but there are signs who typically can vibe better with us than other signs. And that's just the way that is. And so for a lot of you, this person may not have been a bad person, but they just didn't understand that beautiful Taurian energy and the depth to which it goes. But it's so internal, and I get it. But as a Gemini, of a mother of a daughter of a Taurus, I had to learn it. It was not something that was natural or easy for this Gemini, but it was important to me because that's my daughter. Okay. And I use that. I know that's not a romantic connection, but it's a different type of love, but still the emotions run deep. Okay. So it's not necessary. Your person may have cheated. I don't know. We're going to get there. But I think, again, let's talk about, for those of you that this person either cheated or left you for another person, let's talk about that. I talked about that in Aries, and here it is again. Cheating is bad and it's never right. But understand this, the problem did not start with the cheating. It started before then. It would have never happened if there weren't already problems. Am I saying this is your fault? Hell no. No, probably it was an equal contribution thing. Okay. Cheating is wrong, but it is a symptom of a problem that was already started before the cheating happened. Okay. For whatever that is. Okay. And it could be anything. I don't know, but the King of Swords is here in reverse. There's times that I think this person, between this Queen of Cups in reverse and this King of Swords in reverse, I think this person felt ignored. And what people don't understand that I've learned, because it mattered to me to learn about Taurus energy, is that Taurus's love language is totally different. You know what my daughter does for me? I can hardly talk about this because it's so beautiful, because I understand the Taurus love language as a rule. She'll bake me a cake. She'll make me food. Or she'll bring cupcakes. I'm sorry, y'all. This just hits to the core. I love Taurus energy more than you know. But I've had to learn to understand you people. Okay, because you're different. You are different. Okay, but that's okay. Different is beautiful. We need all of us to make this beautiful world. Okay, but they probably didn't see that whatever your love language was as being your love language. So it's not that you didn't express love. It's just that they didn't understand. It's like you guys were speaking two different languages. Okay. It's like you guys, it's like you were speaking, Spanish, and this one over here was speaking French. And because of that, I think this person felt ignored, but they weren't ignored. But I think they felt ignored because they didn't get you. And that's okay. Not everybody has to get you, right? Not everybody's going to get my crazy ass either. And that's okay. So I know this went a little deep, Taurus, but this is what I'm getting for you. And I felt like it was very important for me to take the time to fully explain what I'm trying to say so that you understand that in no way am I bashing you. No, I'm actually saying people just didn't get it. This person just didn't get you. And that's okay. Not everybody is supposed to. And that's okay, Taurus. But that's what I get here. That's what I get here. I'm going to pull and see what we can find out, advice about this situation and you going forward. Okay. And please understand this. For those of you, there was a third party involved, whether they cheated or they left for a third party, whatever. Do not in any way think that I was minimizing that or discounting that. I just wanted to speak to there were underlying symptoms before that. And that just worsened an already sitch, right? So just understand that's why I did not focus heavily on that in this reading. Is it wrong? You damn right it is. But that being said, let's talk about this, right? Let's talk about it. Yeah, you guys just were not, this person didn't get you. Now, I'm going to tell you what, here's what you do need to know. Were you guys a match? No. Two of Cups is in reverse, which we kind of got that. The Two of Wands in reverse, kind of the same thing. It's like this, I think you guys both have potential, but not with each other. Okay. King of Cups is here. At one time, this person did love you, if that helps. And they may still. Okay. They may still. but that much I'm getting here. The Five of Pentacles is in reverse. And that's earth energy. Okay, does that mean that this person is coming back? No, it doesn't. What this means is you can step into and recover from this as an earth sign. You can come back from this actually bigger and better and stronger than you were before it happened. And that's the whole point of these connections. We're supposed to learn from every single connection, whether we stay forever or just for a season. And it's about, you're not going to be the same as before you met this person. Okay. You take the lessons and you become a better person. And the card that clarified that was the Ten of Pentacles. That's stepping into that beautiful, high vibrational earth energy that you have so well. Okay. So beautifully. Okay. That stability, that loyalty, that devotion that like nobody else can say. Yeah, Taurus, you want to ride or die? Get you a Taurus. Get you a Taurus. That's not the only ride or die sign, but that's one of them. That's one of them. So I know that was lengthy, Taurus, but it was important. But again, if you're struggling to heal and move past this, hit your shadow work playlist on my channel. Okay. I strongly encourage you to do that. And it's there. It's for free. That being said, let's give you some zodiac signs. I could talk about this all day because I love Taurus energy. And now you know that. All right. And now you know why. So we have earth and water, fire and air here. We have Aries in the major arcana. Okay. So, right, Arcala, I know. It's like I need something, right? I need a sip of tea. It's only tea, I promise. All right, let's do Gemini. Let's do Jimmy Gems. Where are my Jimmy Gems? Where's the twins? Where's my fellow beautiful gems? 2742. 2742. Gem. Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. You are welcome, Sayed. You are welcome. Jen Love. Hey, thank you for that, sweetheart. Thank you, love bug. Appreciate you. Appreciate. All right, here we go. Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, North and South Node, third house stellium peeps. Hello, twins. Hello, twins. Here we go. Thank you for dropping a like, James. Hey, Prissy Cat. Hey, Shazam, Heartless Key. How you guys doing? All right, here we go, Gems. Oh, Taurus was 1333. Wow, 1333, Melissa. And then Gemini is 2742. All right, here we go. Closure. Wow. All right, Geminis. Wow. Okay, let me give you let's say this first. All right. In these type of readings, very important to understand, I'm reading for a number of different Geminis. I will give several different possibles. Take the one or ones that resonate and check your different placements. That being said, here's the cards. Knight of Wands in reverse, King of Pentacles, Knight of Cups in reverse, Judgment reverse, Four of Wands in reverse, and the Moon card. Okay, so here's the thing, Gemini. Off the bat, King of Pentacles in the upright to the Knight of Wands in reverse, Knight of Cups in reverse. Could be third-party energy here, but again, cheating and or leaving for another person is not where it started. It started before then. The problems started before then if there was a third party, Gemini. Is that wrong to cheat all day, every day? Damn right it is. But that is not what started the problem. What started the problem was something underlying before then. That just made it worse. And I'm not saying it's your fault. I think it was probably some problems that started on both sides. And as a result, this person made a really bad decision. And instead of handling things in a mature way, that's how they handled it. Okay. But that being said, let's talk about everything else. Again, an energetic mismatch. I got that from the start with the Knight of Wands in reverse and the King of Pentacles in the upright. The Four of Wands in reverse. I think one of you, if I have to just say this, one of you was much more stable and ascended than the other one, and much more mature than the other one, in your person's mind, at least. There are obstacles here that your person felt like you guys just could not overcome, with the Judgment card being in the reverse. The Moon card is here. I'm going to have to do some clarifying, Gemini. Probably JSF, probably. It's probably amazing how much that energy is going to hit. And that's okay. That's okay. I'll do it for every sign if I have to, because it's important. All right, let's take a look. Let's take a look, Gemini. I want to know why. I just want to know some clarity on this thing. Just want to know some clarity on this thing. There's some trust issues here with the Moon card. Big trust issues. Okay, we've got the Page of Wands in reverse, the Ten of Pentacles. This is about money for a lot of you, or family. I'm going to tell you that right now. With the Temperance card in the reverse, the Page of Wands in reverse, and the Ten of Pentacles. This person, I'm going to tell you what drove this person. With the Page of Wands in reverse, that's about other people's opinions. Coming to the Ten of Pentacles in the upright. This person, it was a status move for them, Gemini. It was a status move. They felt like they were leveling up. I'm not saying they did. I'm not saying they did at all. In fact, if I had to guess, probably they ended up going from the frying pan to the fire, but we won't go there because that's not what this reading is about. But this, and I'm going to just tell you, Gemini, with the Knight of Wands in reverse, that's a player card. That is somebody who is very immature from an emotional standpoint. Okay. And again, an energetic mismatch, imbalance here as far as, you know, who was stable and who wasn't, who was down for the person and who wasn't. With the Temperance card in the reverse, the Knight of Cups is in reverse. This person just didn't show up for you, Gemini. And I don't mean they stood you up or ghosted you. Certainly that could be the case. But what I get is they just weren't there when you needed them. They didn't show up for you at the time you needed them the most. And what I'm really getting is that this person's main motivation was a big flex for their reputation, for their status. They thought this was a power move on their part, which kind of sucks. Which kind of sucks. Which kind of sucks. This was definitely not your person for the Four of Wands to come up in the reverse. Okay, that's the 1111 card, but it's in the reverse. It was just not a match, Gemini, all day long. You have one side, and, you know, oddly, Gemini, you're coming out as the King of Pentacles here. I think you were down for this person. I think you were down for this person. But were they down for you? No. Knight of Wands in reverse, Knight of Cups in reverse. No. And it's because they're a player here. And I tell you, this person's motivations. Gemini, I'm not saying you were perfect, because probably early on you missed some red flags or ignored them. If we're just being honest, you probably saw this up front. Am I throwing shade at you or faulting you for the failure of the relationship? No. But where I hope you learn from this is not to ignore the red flags so much going forward. Okay, that's what I'm saying. It's all about learning from these connections. Okay, but the Moon card is here. I really get your person was just shady AF. And I did not come here to do this read to throw shade at people's person. But in this case, I can't help it. The cards are screaming it, Gemini. The cards are just screaming it. Okay. And I just can't. The only thing I can say for you as far as what the takeaway would be, heal the wounds, certainly. Do the shadow work. Learn to forgive yourself for making poor decisions and ignoring red flags. And then learn how to catch them next time earlier on, where you don't get yourself so emotionally invested with a person. Okay, because I see you being all in on this one. Having been all in. Okay, if I can put it more clearly and succinctly. Okay. So if there were things that were done wrong by you, it would have been that. And probably not much else. Just being honest. Okay. I'm not saying you were, maybe you did things, I don't know. But I think the reason, you know, possibly the reason you even went into this dynamic, Gemini, is because you probably were damaged and settling. I'm just going to be honest, because we will do that when we're damaged. We will do that because at our root core, we think we don't deserve any better. And so we'll just settle for a player. And I mean, that's kind of what I'm picking up on. So this is not me saying this is your fault. This is saying here's how you can avoid this in the future. Okay. That's what this is all about. We're not here to throw shade at anybody. We're simply here to say, okay, how can we have better life experiences going forward? That's the whole reason for my channel, people. Okay. And that's what I'm really getting here. And the Temperance is in reverse, Gemini, because it's telling me to tell you that you got some unhealed wounds from this, and that's okay. It's time to do some shadow work. You're in the right season for it, baby. It's eclipse season, and that's what it's here for. It's about releasing these wounds and releasing yourself and looking back at this thing and saying, okay, now I know better and I'll do better. But also look back at this thing and say, okay, yeah, I see the error in judgment. I see where I missed the red flags. But at the same time, I also see that I was doing the best that I thought I was supposed to do at the time I was doing it. So don't beat yourself up about it. Fair enough. There's a balance there that's got to be found. There's a balance there that's got to be found. All right. And so this is not to saddle you with guilt or regret. No, this is to empower you. That's what this is about. Okay, Gemini. And let me tell you something. When you really get where you need to be, this ass hat that I've picked up on, I'm just going to call it that. I didn't come here to call out ass hats, but I mean, it is what it is. But this person that I'm calling out right now that you were dealing with, where you really need to shoot for, and this is going to take time, this is going to take work and time, is to be in a place where you can literally say, I wish this person the best. I hope they eat, just not at my table. And I don't want to eat with anyone else who behaves in a similar manner ever again. And that's okay. And it's going to take time. It's not excusing what they did. It's not saying it didn't hurt. No, it's just saying you refuse to carry the hate and the bitterness and the energy associated with that into going forward, because that will affect your life experiences going forward if you do. Okay. I hope this helps, Gemini. We got water, we got earth and fire. In the major arcana, Scorpio here. We've also got Sagittarius, and then we've got Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio as well. So that's what we got. That's what we got. And again, hit my shadow work playlist. It's there for free. Okay. All right. Let's go to Cancer. These readings are more detailed than I expected, y'all. Woo! Okay. But it is what it is. We read till we get what we need to get out of it. Okay. All right. Let's do Cancer at 3828. Where are the Krabby Patties? Cancer, assuming rising and Venus. North and South Node in Cancer are fourth house stelliums. Hello, Cancer babies. What's up, beautiful Cancerians? Where's my beautiful Cancer signs? Where you guys at? I need some watery energy sent my way from that chat. I see some of y'all showing up for me. Hello, Cancer. Thank you, RK. Hello, Cancer. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. North and South Node. And fourth house stelliums. Let's get you some closure. Let's get you some closure. See what we can come up with today. All right. So we have the Empress in the reverse and the Justice in the reverse. Wow. Five of Swords in the reverse. Knight of Cups in the reverse. Page of Cups in the reverse. And the Six of Swords, but in the reverse. The struggle to move on. The struggle is real, Cancer. I get it. I get it. More so than you know, I get it, love bugs. But listen, once again, I'm getting an energetic mismatch here with the Empress in the reverse. You know what I think, Cancer? This is very interesting because with the Empress in the reverse and the Justice in the reverse, when I saw that Justice in the reverse, you know what I got from this thing, Cancer? You didn't have a chance from the get-go. Is that something wrong with you? No. Listen to me. You got compared to somebody a lot. You got compared to a past person a lot, whether you know it or not. Whether you know it or not. And you could never measure up. Well, that's because nobody is alike. You're your own person. But whenever, you know, we sit and we've not, you know, and I'm talking about your person, when your person has not properly healed and released the energy of a past connection, which I'm seeing here, then of course you're going to be compared. Okay. Now, you may or may not have known that with the Five of Swords in reverse. But quite honestly, with the Knight of Cups in reverse, this person blamed you for not measuring up to a past person. And the Page of Cups is in reverse. I think there were a lot of times maybe you guys didn't even speak or communicate very well at all here. And again, this person had not moved on from a past person, Six of Swords in the reverse. Now, let's talk about the lessons and why this happened, okay? And why we even start these kind of connections with folks that have not moved on from their past person. A lot of times we attract that because we ourselves have not healed properly from past relationships. A lot of times we have such a low vibration because we have all these unhealed wounds, but yet we're unaware of them because the shadow self, subconscious, we're not aware of it. But we attract these people to affirm to us that we're not good enough because subconsciously that's in our beliefs because we've not healed this shit, okay, from the past. This stuff can even go back to childhood trauma, okay? The shadow self, it affects every single experience we have, yet we are totally unaware of what is there walking around day to day. That's why you have to do shadow work, folks. But that being said, I think that at some point you came to realize this stuff with the Five of Swords in reverse, probably very disappointing to you. But I think honestly, you walked into this thing not having a prayer at the jump. You could have been absolutely gorgeous and rich and beautiful and smart and gracious and kind, and it would not have been enough because you were not the past person for this person. Okay. And that's really what I'm getting. And so that's no reflection on you. The only, similar to the Gemini reading is this. The takeaway here is to be able to look back and realize that maybe you missed some red flags or you flat out ignored them, or you felt like this was the best you could do because your crap self-esteem, any or all of those things. Fair enough. So you look back at that and you learn from it. But again, like I told the Geminis, you can't beat yourself up for making bad decisions, okay? You are a different person then than you are now. That's the whole point, is to do shadow work and healing and learn from those things so that you don't miss those things going forward, or you just ignore them. You catch those things. It's not that you want to attract people that have red flags, but you will catch them before you're so emotionally invested to where it just rips your heart out when somebody does these things, okay? And again, if there was cheating involved, and I don't have that, but I'm not saying it didn't happen, but if there was cheating involved, understand this, or a third party where they left you for a third party, understand this. Is that wrong? All day long. But that is not what caused the problem. The problem was already there. And more often than not, cheating is never how a problem starts. It makes a problem worse, and it is really a very bad, immature thing to do. But at the same time, the problems were there at the jump, okay, with this one. But they are there regardless. And cheating is a symptom, and it also creates further problems. So it is wrong. And I'm not saying it was your fault if somebody did cheat on you, if they did or didn't. No, that was their decision and they did that. I'm just saying there were underlying issues to begin with. Okay. And in this case, for those of you with Cancer placements, what I really feel like is that a lot of you didn't have a prayer from the jump because you just didn't compare to a person that nobody compares to anybody kind of thing. It would have been an impossible task. So you came into this thing with the odds stacked against you with the Justice card in the reverse. Okay. And that's what I get. So I know that was a lengthy reading, but that's what it came out for you, Cancer. All right. So actually, that's not true, Anita. There's a lot of things worse than cheating. There's domestic violence. There's ignoring people. There is abandoning people. There is all kinds of things. Cheating is a symptom. It is a wrong thing to do, and it is a conscious decision, but it ain't the worst thing. There are things that are all kinds of things. Stealing from a person, okay? Ignoring a person, okay? I've had that happen to me. Ignoring somebody for days, walking through the same house, not speaking a word to each other. That hurts like hell, okay? There's a lot of things that are bad. Mean things are mean things, period. I'm not saying cheating's great. No, it sucks ass. It's horrible. But there are things that are just as bad. So, sometimes worse, right? So, yeah. All right. So, we've got air, we've got water, and then we have Libra and Taurus. So, that's what we have in the majors. That's what we have in the majors. All right. Let's go to Leo. Let's go to Leo. Where are the beautiful, fiery felines? Hello, fiery felines. 4604 for the Leos. Leo squad. Leo. Hey, ST. How you doing? Leo, sun, moon, rising, and Venus. Fifth house stelliums, north and south nodes. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. That's all right, LaGrace. Actually, I'm not a Pisces, but we have that in common. Of course, I'm a 12th house stellium, midhaven Pisces. So, yeah. But let's take a look. Leo, sun, moon, rising, and Venus, north and south nodes, fifth house stelliums. Let's take a look. Hey, Miss Tina, what's up? Here we go. Y'all don't forget to drop a like either. Let's get you some closure. Four of Swords in the reverse. Seven of Pentacles. The Lovers in reverse. Damn. The Emperor in reverse. Ace of Pentacles. The Fool. This person went for something new, didn't they? For a lot of you. They went off in a new direction. All right. The Lovers is in reverse here. And the Emperor in reverse. I mean, this keeps coming out overwhelmingly. An energetic mismatch. Possibly one of you was more into this than the other one. Okay, from an emotional investment standpoint. Lovers in reverse can speak to third party. I don't have anything that strongly suggests that, but certainly that could be. But as I have told every single sign, Leo, and I'm going to repeat this for you, if there was a third party, whether it was cheating or the person just left you for another person, and I think in this case, there's a strong possibility of the latter because we have the Fool card in the upright and the Ace of Pentacles, something different, something new. And we're going to talk about that. But understand this. Cheating is a problem and it is never right, but it is not the root cause of the problems in the relationship. That's not where the problem starts. It starts far before that. And it is a person that makes a bad decision as a result of a problem that is underlying, and it makes the problems worse. But that being said, I do believe that what happened here with the Seven of Pentacles, Roxy, thank you. Thank you, love bug. Yes, yes, you got this. You got this, Roxy. You got it. You got it. But that being said, what I think with the Seven of Pentacles, Leo, and the Lovers reverse, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Fool card, here's what I think. I think your person, in their mind, felt like they got bored. They felt like they got bored. Now, the problem with that is they didn't come into the connection for the right reason to begin with. And that was this. When people come into a relationship because the butterflies are all great, then, and because temporarily a person fills up their cup, makes them feel good whenever they were feeling unhappy. In other words, they come into a connection for you to make them happy, for you to fill up their cup. But their cup wasn't full to begin with. And it's not that they're looking for the wrong thing. They're looking for it in the wrong place. They're looking for it in another person. You can only get this stuff in yourself. And when you, over time, were not able to fill up this cup because no one can, they just went on to somebody else. And they'll probably breeze on to somebody else and then somebody else. Okay. That's how people like that roll. Let me tell you something. My Cancer ex that left me, he's on his 8th marriage. That's what they do. They either get it that they got to fill up their own cup, or they just keep moving from person to person to person looking for what they can never find because they get bored because you don't give them what they need. And I think this person in their mind, I think in this person's mind, they felt like they were patient with you to make them happy and that they gave you a lot of time to fix their issue. Are you freaking kidding me? But that's the way a lot of people go into connections to feel better about themselves, to give them something that they don't have. Let me tell you what I would like in a connection. What I would like in a connection is for somebody to meet me toe to toe, and I don't need nothing from them, and they don't need nothing from me, and we're level playing field. I don't need your money, and I don't need your love, but if you give it, great. But I got my own. I don't want you to pay my bills because I don't want to owe you anything, and I'm not going to pay your bills because we don't work that way. No. Okay. But for whatever reason, this person, when you got two people who are incomplete trying to come together, nobody's still going to be complete. You just got two broken people making a broken mess. And so if I had to guess, and this is not me throwing shade, Leo, once again, this is out of love. Probably you connected with this person for the same reason. I've done it. It's okay. Don't beat yourself up. Just look at it, take a self-examination and say, and just ask yourself, and it's okay. You can take your time, and I don't need to know an answer. It's okay. The only person you need to answer is the person in the mirror. And if that's true, that's okay. Forgive yourself and learn from it. But don't beat yourself up for things you didn't know then that you know now. The whole point of every single connection, whether they last or they don't, is to learn something. You're not supposed to be the same person on the other side of it. That's the whole point, okay? That's the whole point. So I think that's what happened, and I think in this person's mind, this exhausted them because they kept waiting on you to fill up their cup. They're going to look like Mr. Bones did, right? Like Bone Daddy, and I don't have him here to use. I need to pull him back out because I could use him a lot in my examples. But the Emperor is in reverse. You were not their person because their person that they were looking for was actually in the mirror. That's what they were looking for, Leo. You couldn't fix it. Nobody can. And they may never get fixed. You got to accept that. Let's get you some advice, Leo. Let's get you some advice. Let's get you some advice, all right? Yeah, he's in the closet. He's actually in the spare room. Bone Daddy is. But okay, let's take a look. Let's take a look. Give me some advice for my beautiful felines today. Give me some advice for the Leo pride. Leo, listen. First of all, you're going to be able to be a lot more selective in the future because you will have learned how to see the red flags. You will have a better understanding of what you're looking for and what to expect out of a connection and what's not reasonable to expect, right? And you'll be able to see the red flags of a person that is wanting you to make them happy long before you're emotionally invested. So you're not going to get hurt, okay? You're going to be able to open up and you're going to love again. 7 of Wands in reverse and the Ace of Cups in time. And the trust issues that you may fear of trusting the wrong person, can I address those? And this was a light bulb moment for me. I like to share this a lot. Don't worry about in other words, when you're dealing with a new potential, don't worry that whether or not to trust this person and how you're going to know. Who you really are going to need to learn to trust in relationship matters and whether or not a person is viable is your own judgment. That was a big truth bomb for me. Because if I can trust my judgment, then I can keep myself from getting heartbroken, right? It's okay to go out. It's okay to talk to people. That's the only way you're going to know. But you also look for the red flags and you ask the questions and you look for people who tell you, you listen, okay? You listen to what they say and you listen to what they don't say. And you listen when they're evasive or when they're open or overly share. You look for those red flags and you catch them. And it's you that you can trust. You ain't got to worry about trusting another person. Maybe you can trust you. You got you. When it's all said and done and you do the energy work, who's got you when nobody else does? That mirror, baby. That mirror. Right? Okay. So let's give you some signs here. And you got new love. You're going to be able to open up and trust somebody. All right. So fire is here, water, air, earth. Major arcanas for you, Aries, heavy Aries, in fact, and Gemini. Okay. Thank you, K10. So all of these things were truth bombs that I have learned along my path. Am I the end all be all? No, I'm still learning. Heck yeah, I'm still learning. I learn every day. That's the point. We'll be learning and healing and growing until the, after death, probably. All right. ST, you are so crazy. You guys are funny. You're my comic relief when things get too heavy. Y'all know that. Let's do Virgo in a minute. Give me just a minute. These reads, I hope y'all like these reads, but they're a little bit heavy. They're a little bit draining, so I might take a second or two here, and then we're going to do a break in between, okay? All right, here we go. Virgo is at 5622. Where are my beautiful Virgos? I need some Virgo energy sent my way. This Gemini needs some of that earth energy to ground. I need some Virgo energy. Y'all are my kind. Y'all are ruled by my planet. Come on, Virgos. Let's go. Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. North and South Node and 6th House Stellium. All right, beautiful Virgos. Where you at? Where you at, Virgo gang gang? Hey, Amy. All right, Virgo gang gang. Janine, how you doing? How's everybody doing? Here we go. Here we go, beautifuls. Here we go, beautifuls. Ooh, okay. So we got the 10 of Pentacles here. We've got the 2 of Pentacles. The 8 of Swords. Judgment in the reverse. Death in the reverse. Page of Wands in the reverse. There was a lot this person didn't tell you. A lot this person didn't tell you. A lot going on here. Let me say this from the jump, Virgos. There's several different possibilities. I'm going to give them all. Take the one or ones that resonate with you, because we are reading for a number of Virgos, okay? And check your other placements, because you might find additional info that is helpful. That being said, that's very important to say in this particular reading, okay? So let's talk about this thing. I kind of think for a lot of you, the whole reason that this person came into this connection was more to please their family, or for social status, or for stability, or maybe even a financial leg up, okay? It was more about outside appearances, Virgo. It was more about outside appearances for a lot of you, okay? They did not, I believe, really come into this thing for all the right reason. And because they came into this thing in that way, they were never really invested. 2 of Pentacles here. They were never really invested. For some of you, they may have juggled you with another person in the past. I think for a lot of you Virgos, and I'm getting that because we got several cards about the past here. Okay. And I think this person may have, whether you realized it or not, I think this person may have compared you to a past person, and you couldn't level up because no one can. Because they didn't properly heal and release that energy before they came into something with you. Okay. And I think with the 8 of Swords here, that's certainly a prison. And it's a mental prison. It's a mind fuck. And certainly was a mind fuck to you, which is a really horrible thing to do to somebody that is ruled by Mercury. And I know that because I'm a Gemini. We're ruled by Mercury too. And, one of the meanest things that you can do to somebody that's ruled by Mercury is mind fuck them, right? That's just tough. But that being said, it may have been, whether, I don't even know if this person would really see it this way, but I see it this way. All right, hear me out and why I say this. I think this was just as much their mental prison as it was yours. I think it was for both of you. And why do I say that? Yes, we create our own mental prisons more often than not. And hear me out. I don't even know if this person realized, but mentally, can you imagine this? Okay, if you were in love with someone and yet you got in a connection with someone else, and so you were constantly comparing, wouldn't that be very exhausting mentally to you to be comparing those two people? I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's right. Hell no. but they created their own mental prison as much as you were in one, sadly. And I do believe that for a lot of you, this person that they were hung up on was someone from their past with the death card in the reverse. Was there any prayer of that thing ever working out? Probably not. With the judgment card in the reverse, that's obstacles too great to overcome. But the other thing is those obstacles, you had similar problem in your own connection with this person. Because in this case, the obstacle that you could never overcome was becoming the person from their past. We can't do that. You can never be another person. You're only who you are. Okay. But again, I get this is more about trying to please other people or social status. With the Page of Wands in reverse, that's other people's opinions. And then you got this 10 of Pentacles over here. For some of you, they did this to really flex on their social media for their ex. Okay. So what's the takeaway from this? The takeaway from this is this. I think from the jump, this thing came in. I think it started off as headed to disaster. I really do. And the reason I say that is this. If I had to fault you for anything, and I hate the word fault, but if I had to say that there was anything you could learn from, Virgo, probably early on you saw some red flags or you saw some indication of this. And you probably either brushed over those, like, no, he'll get over that, or she'll get over that. She'll be okay. She'll be able to contribute to that. She'll be okay. She'll get over it. I will love them past that. I literally said that one time. My love will be big enough for both of us. You see how that worked out, right? So if you did that, fair enough. We've all done it. But going forward, two takeaways here, Virgo. Look back, examine what you did, learn from it, and don't beat yourself up about it, because Virgos, you'll beat yourself up in a hot minute. And that's not what this is about. This is to empower you to make better decisions going forward, not to put you in a place where, God, what? I said, no. You did the best you could then, but you're not the same person now as you were then. And that's okay. Love the person you were back then for helping you to become who you are now. And honor the decisions that person made back then, that you were back then, because that's what's equipping you to make better decisions going forward, Virgo. Okay. And that's really what I'm getting from this whole thing. Okay. That's really what I'm getting here. All right. That being said, Earth energy here, we have air and fire in the majors, very heavy Scorpio. All right. Scorpio cards are coming out a lot because of all this Scorpionic. Certainly we're in Scorpio season, but this eclipse season is about releasing and letting go and doing shadow work. Every reading here needs to have a blanket recommendation that if you're still struggling to release stuff, hit my shadow work playlist. It's there. It's free. All right. So that's what I have for you, Virgo. All right. It is time for a quick break. It's time for chat, astrology break, astrology talk, and intermission begins at 103:44. 103:44. Hello, how's everybody doing? All right. I'm going to talk about the eclipse season. It's very important to note. Janine, thank you, hon. It's very, very important to note that the new moon solar eclipse in Scorpio that happened here a few days ago, and then we have a full moon, full lunar eclipse in Taurus coming up November the 8th, okay? That is on the same axis, the Taurus and Scorpio axis in astrology. Okay, those are opposing signs. I'm not saying they're enemies, no, but they're opposing signs, but they're both fixed signs. All right, now, this eclipse is affecting everyone, all of us, in a very intense way. We are encouraged to release and make room for new. Who it's hitting all of us super hard. All of us are going to be affected by what we do right now for 6 months. All of us. Fixed signs. It's going to hit you even harder. All the fixed signs. And if you don't know if you're a fixed sign, the fixed signs are Taurus, Scorpio, Leo, and Aquarius. The two that are really getting it the hardest from an intensity would be on that axis. Taurus and Scorpio suns and rising, and really anybody with a significant thing going on in those signs. Okay. Taurus, probably the hardest. Why do I say that? Because Uranus has been rocking in your sign for a while. So for me, my 12th house is Taurus. That's my stellium. So Uranus has been, kicking up dust for several years, and it's not near about done. And it is challenging specific people, all of us, but specifically heavily in those ones that I mentioned, to embrace change, to follow what impassions you. This is part of what this is tying into Roxy's download that she got specific to Taurus and Scorpio. But hear me out. You've got to follow your passions, those things that impassion you, and the internal dialogue that's been telling you that you can't, or the naysayers. You got to do it anyway. Okay. You can't let that affect you and hold you back. Okay. The universe has got us all by the hand, and they're running. The universe is running. Let go or be dragged, right? So what I mean by that is this. We can either run along with the universe and be comfortable running along with, or we can try to fight it and let the universe drag us along the concrete and skin us up. And it hurts a lot worse. You're going, whether you like it or not. So you can go kicking and screaming, or you can say, okay, let's cooperate with the universe. Let's go with. Because you're going regardless. You're going regardless, okay? And so the other thing that is important to know is this. Cross watchers for Taurus and Scorpio, but really anybody that you are holding on to, a past person, somebody that you mistakenly think is your twin flame because there's no such thing. Yeah, I said it. Release them. Release. Is it easy? No. You got to do shadow work. You got to do the healing. It takes time. That's what this whole energy is about. The good news, it's like cleaning out your closet and making room for new clothes that are more in style and that fit you better, that's more aligned with who you are. Okay. And it's bringing you up to where you need to be, and not things that you're no longer aligned with. Okay. We have not done Capricorn yet, Beverly. But that being said, if you need help with shadow work, I have a shadow work playlist. Okay. If you need help sorting out the whole twin flame thing and why the narrative just isn't true, get my twin flame playlist. And I hope it'll help you. And I would also recommend hitting Truth in Astrology Jewels. She's got things about plutonic connections that people often mistake as twin flames. That's not what it is. It's obsessive. But the only person that knows what is right for you romantically is you. The only person that knows what is right for another person romantically is them, not you. You don't know what's best for another person. You don't know where they're supposed to be. Let's stay in our own lane. Right? Thank you, Paula. Thank you for that. Wow. I need to add to it. And I'm feeling called to do that. It's time to get back on that stuff. And probably the reason I'm feeling called to do that is because I'm feeling this energy that I'm talking about, right? And so, it's pretty timely. Right? Going with the flow and let the universe take care of it. I love it. Hey, Legion. How you doing? Thank you, Patty, for rolling that. All of those things are always going to be linked in my description box. The shadow work playlist, the twin flame playlist, and a couple of other playlists. You can see additional information on my other channel, Auntie Karen Beyond the Cards, and that is linked in the description box as well. Okay. So anyway, that is what has been on my heart today about astrology. I know for some of you that was not new information, but some of it was new, and I hope that helps, right? As far as yeah, okay, there we go. All right. But I will tell you why I am really embracing astrology and why I am big on I'm not an astrologer. Please don't misunderstand. I'm not. I'm learning. It's a very complex field of study, but one thing that I'm high on it and why it ties into what I do, because in my own journey, seeing synastry charts and composite charts of me and exes has given me a form of closure I did not previously have. It answered questions and it helped me in my own healing journey. And I know that sounds crazy, but it is the truth. And so this is why it has been important in my own journey. And this is why I encourage you to learn about your chart, start researching. Google is your best friend. Start watching some of these astrology channels that are so darn good. Okay. I really encourage each and every one of you to do that and take baby steps. Take baby steps. It's okay. I will tip you off to a little bit of, I'm not going to give this away. But my astrology talks here, I don't know when, but they are about to take off in a big direction. And it's not, that's all I'm going to say. They're about to take off and go to the next level. And that's all I'm going to say about that. I don't want to tip y'all off, but I got some news earlier today. It's something I've been expecting, and it ties in with some readings about me, actually, in my channel as well. But it's just, and I don't want to tip it off, but I don't want to tip you off, but I don't want to blow this, but I'm absolutely about to explode. Thank you, Roxy. Thank you for that. I can't believe you did that. I'm going to have to, Roxy Full, have to, girl, I am on the edge of my seat in anticipation too, Legion. I am excited. I don't know when this is going to happen. I'm really, and the thing about it is there's some things that have to happen to be in place. Okay. And I promise you, you are going to love it. I know that. I already know that because I know. So anyway, Roxy, you came just at the right time because we were doing astrology talk. So I gave your download information for everyone, and then we kind of honed it down to the fixed signs, and then to the Taurus Scorpios. But yeah, the reason this is going to be hard for Tauruses, when I was talking about the change and being open to change and transformation, Tauruses struggle with change a lot of times, and that's okay. You're a fixed earth sign, and we love that about you. We love the stability. We love the fact that you're so grounded, but sometimes you got to run. Sometimes you just got to go. You just got to take a leap of faith and go splat sometimes, and that's all right. We got spatulas for you. We keep a lot of spatulas here at the cottage. That's what we're about. But if you don't take a leap of faith, then you never know. Nothing ventured, nothing gained, as my beautiful Scorpio mom used to say, speaking of that axis, right? So, yeah. I can't tell you, Miriam. Oh, it went good. We had we had another one, and we got one probably Friday, I think. So, yeah, it went well. It's going well. Gemini, God help us all, right? Yeah, it went well, Miriam. It went well. I've known him a real long time, though. But yeah, it was nice. It was nice. We had a good time. It's funny, Roxy, when I pulled those cards this morning, it was like that message, there was no ambiguity in those cards. It was like those cards fell, and I'm like, oh, I know, I can tell you. It was like, I can't explain it. Some readings are just like, I kind of did a quick for Roxy this morning, and we asked a few questions and da-da-da-da-da, but yeah. But Roxy reads for me all the time. So Sid Vicious can read, y'all. Sid Vicious can read. Hey, Busy, how you doing? Right, Courtney, I know. It's like, I don't know if I remember how, right? Roxy, you're so sweet. Hey, Shafina, I haven't seen you in a month of Sundays, girl. How you doing? Good to see you. Hey, Lizzie, how you doing? I know. Hey, Chatty Chicky, what's up? Yeah, it was a business reading I did for you today. It was all work related. Ah, thanks, Miriam. Hey, Coco, how are you? Good to see all you guys. I don't want to let time slip up because I take too long in these intermissions. But I have to, can I just tell y'all that I love interacting with you guys? And that's why I talk too much here because I absolutely just, y'all have no idea the little intermissions that we do. I love that. It's so much fun for me to be able to sit and interact with you guys. And I guess that's just my Gemini mouth rising, right? But yeah. Sonia. You gotta keep me posted on the candles now. You gotta keep, yeah, it is, James. I agree. Thank you, Sarah. I love running my mouth. I guess I like hearing my own blabbering, right? I do blabber a lot, but I have fun talking to you guys. Thank you, Needlehead. And I'm gonna tell you something. She said that Needlehead or he. I don't know if you're a guy or a girl, Needlehead, but I know you watch me and I appreciate it regardless. But Needlehead said, what was it? We appreciate your insight and knowledge. And I'm going to tell you how I look at this. We're all just walking each other home. I learn as much from y'all as you do from me. It's a two-way street, right? It's a two-way street. Oh, good, Sonia. Good. Right, Sarah? I know. Roxy and I were talking about my Gemini collective that follows me. You guys are so funny. Y'all crack me up. And it's like, you guys are such good sports. And it's like when I get a Gemini reading, and I mean, because I'm a Gemini sun, and there's, it's just the way we think sometimes is just different. Y'all know that, Gemini. And it's like sometimes I'll get the best energy, the most high vibrational energy reading. Sometimes it's like we're just being, the assholes that we can be sometimes. And but you guys are such good sports when I call you out. It's like y'all just take it and you're just so Gemini. You're just like, okay, she's doing, okay, but life's still good. It's like, Gemini's just bounce back. I mean, you guys you don't get all your panties in a wad, you take it and you use it, but you don't get all mad at me about it. You don't get all defensive, and I'm not saying none of you do, but for the most part, you guys are good sports. They're like, yeah, okay. She's not wrong. I'm being a player today. We can do that. I mean, we shouldn't, but sometimes we can be. Geminis, y'all know we can be a hot mess. Come on now. Let's own it, right? Oh, Christy. Okay. All right. Now I know, Christy. Now I know. Yeah, we own it. We got no problem owning it. My mother used to say, if you're going to be big enough to do something, then be big enough to stand up and say you did it and own it. True Scorpio vibes there too. She was such a beautiful Scorpio. Happy birthday, Em. Happy birthday to all the Scorpios too. We'll birthday with you, and when we get to your sign in a minute too. But yeah, all right. So let's do Libra here in a minute. Let's get ready and do Libra. Yes, I know it is. You're right. So it's like, I mean, it's just this. I guess every sign has a secret club. Fair enough. Every sign probably has a secret love, but it's almost like Gemini's pass on the street and we have this secret code, the Gemini sign or, I don't know. I'm just making something up because we don't have that, but it's like it's just this vibe. And it's like, is there a Gemini that takes life seriously fully? I mean, I got a Capricorn moon. I mean, I can get down to some business, baby. But at the same time, it's like, you got to laugh. You can't just take it all so seriously, right? You just got to laugh. And, oh, Miriam, thank you for that. November 13th. Okay. Nina, it's okay. Honey, it's okay. It doesn't matter how long it took. It's just that you found it. Because some people never do. Some people never do. So it's a gift that you found it. And I'm proud of you and proud for you. Yeah, we're pretty bubbly. 3 Libra, 3 Scorpio. Well, you would it would depend, Noodlehead. I mean, you would have those stelliums in those signs. You may or may not have house stelliums, depend on where the lines are, right? It would depend, Noodlehead. Right. Like, okay, for example, I have 3 Taurus placements, I think. And I have a 12th house stellium because Taurus is my 12th house. But I have 4 planets in my 12th house because even though I'm a Gemini sun, the way that the houses align, my sun is in my 12th house instead of my 1st house. If that makes sense. I'm a Gemini rising, okay? So that's why Taurus is my 12th house, because I'm a Gemini sun and rising. The rising is what makes Gemini like my 1st house. And so it doesn't align exactly because, you know, my sun, though, being in Gemini, could be because Gemini on my chart, like the line for the houses is right here and Gemini's right here. And so my Gemini sun is over here. So it's in the 12th house, but it's in Gemini, which sun in the 12th it's a tough placement. But anyway, yeah, sun in the 11th. Okay. So that would make are you an Aries rising maybe, or Taurus rising, Noodlehead? Aries, Taurus, could be Pisces. No, might be Pisces. I don't know. Somewhere around there. Taurus, Sun, Scorpio, right? I got you, Dana. Good God Almighty. Woo, girl. Farmers only profile. I heard that. Yep, we in intermission. Hey, Itsy Bits. What's up? I didn't say hey. I didn't see you earlier because I was busy running my mouth. Sun is on the 9th house. Okay. Yeah, because okay. Thank you, Denzel. Aries moon. Okay. My daughter's an Aries moon. My daughter's an Aries moon as well. Sun in the 3rd. That's awesome. That's awesome. I love hearing about y'all's placements. Libra rising, moon, and Leo. Okay. Or you're a Scorpio sun, though, with a Libra rising and the moon in Leo. Okay. I love scorpionic energy. Y'all know that. To be honest, there are things I love about every sign that are like unique to that sign, that are like, and there are some things that are true about a sign, and it's like it's not just good or bad, it's just like characteristics, and it's kind of like cute, you know. It's like, oh, it's cute, that's such a Scorpio thing to do, and it's like not low vibey, and it's not really, you know, it's just cute, you know. But certainly every sign to me can be high vibrational or low vibrational, right? Gemini sun, Libra rising, Cancer moon. Okay. I know 2 other Gemini suns with Cancer moons. Born on the 24th. Okay. Libra Scorpio cusper. Okay. Sun is in the 11th and your Mercury. Okay. Pisces sun, Virgo moon, Gemini rising. Wow, Erica, Aquarius Venus. You're very mercurial with all that, with the Virgo Gemini stuff going on. Libra moon, Pisces sun, Libra moon, Leo rising. Okay. Wow, Mia, that's so beautiful. I love that. Very fixed energy. Very fixed. Identical twin. Oh, wow. That's so cool. Erica, I know. That's what we do, man. Sassy Scorpion, and I don't know if y'all watch her. I love her. She's a very good and very in-depth reader if y'all like deep. Sassy Scorpion has a saying about Geminis, but it's true about Virgos too. Before there was Google, there was Gemini. Right? We are just this walking encyclopedia of probably mostly useless but true information, right? We're the investigators, right? That's for sure. All right, let's do Libra. Let me quit talking. Let's do Libra. Hello, Libra. Hello, Libra. 125.30 for Libra. 125.30. God, I talked way too long. 125.30 for Libra. Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Where are you airy, beautiful signs at? Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North and South Node. 7th house stellium, the people, the diplomats of the zodiac. Where are my diplomats? I need to hear from you guys, Libra gang. I need to hear from you guys. Where you guys at? I need some Libra energy up in the chat. Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North and South Node, and 7th house stellium. Here we go. Here we go. Sorry I talked so long, y'all. 4 of Wands is in reverse. Let's get you some closure. Damn, 3 of Swords. Knight of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. 9 of Wands. Libra, 2 of Wands reverse. Libra, for some of you, okay, let's talk. I'm going to just start out with the 3 of Swords here because that's just what's coming to me first. There's several things. Well, let me just say this first. All right, Libra, several things. Take the one or more things that resonate and check your other placements because we are reading for a number of Libras. So one or a combination or none of this might be your story, but we're going to do our best today to get some closure. I want to start out with the 3 of Swords and talk about this. And quite possibly, Libra, certainly this could be a third party. Certainly you could have been cheated on or somebody left you for a third party. But just like I have said for the others, the problems don't start with the cheating. They get worse with the cheating, but they don't start with the cheating. The problems are usually much earlier than the cheating occurs. And then one person or maybe both will make a really dumb, immature decision and go out and cheat, which just really makes things worse and pours salt in an already existing wound. Okay. But that being said, for some of you, the reason I started out with that is because of this. For those of you Libras that this third party was not here, I tell you what, for a lot of you, the third party was work or family. Why do I say that? The 8 of Pentacles is in reverse, the 9 of Wands in the upright. This person, for a lot of you, was a workaholic. For a lot of you, this person was married to what they did. Okay? I don't feel like this was your person, and this was not a match from the jump with the 4 of Wands here in reverse and the 2 of Wands here in the reverse. And again, I'm picking up very heavily juggling third-party energy here with the 2 of Wands in reverse and the 3 of Swords. And what I really get from this whole thing is particular. I think even if there was not a third party, Libra, you were not this person did not put you in the priority that they should have. They just didn't. And I think you felt ignored. Okay. And quite honestly, what I really feel like is this. With the 9 of Wands here, Libra, I feel like you probably had conversations about feeling ignored to this person till you were blue in the face. Till you were blue in the face. And either one of two things happened. Either you got tired of it and walked away, or they got tired of hearing it and walked away and kept on doing what they were doing. Okay. So that could have gone either way. But I think as much as you try to reason with this person or talk with, or, come let us reason together, I just think that it fell on deaf ears. And I don't think this person to this day really gets it. In other words, if this person is in another connection, they're probably doing the same thing. Okay. But I do think that you are not a priority with this person. 4 of Wands in reverse, 2 of Wands in reverse. I don't think they gave a damn about family and home life. And Libra, I'm not saying that you wanted to be poly homemaker or poly husband, and that was all you ever wanted to be. No, I'm not saying that at all. I doubt that, in fact, Libra. If, you probably were looking for a balanced life. Hell, you're a Libra. The scales are your sign, okay? And I think there was an imbalance here. you know, as far as what you gave and what this other person gave. And I think you guys just really wanted two different things. They wanted to work and you wanted a balance between work and play and family and everything else, right? And they just wanted to work or whatever. They just, you know, it just was not the family and the home and you and this connection was just not a priority. They just didn't prioritize it. And it's like, I kind of get that this person still probably doesn't see. And so what I get from this thing, Libra, is this. Probably you share something in common with several other signs that I have seen so far. If there is a takeaway for you and a learn from this, and I hope, and there's always a lesson in every connection, whether it's a lifetime connection or just, you know, something that doesn't last like this one. The takeaway that I hope you gain from this is maybe looking back and realizing that you either ignored some red flags or you missed them, and like now you would probably catch what you didn't catch then. And that's okay. Don't beat yourself up for making a decision back then that you're not the same person now. You're going to make decisions better going forward. That's the whole point, is you learn and you get better so that you're better at making decisions going forward. Okay. And so forgive yourself for not knowing then, or not having the self-esteem then to make the decision that you would now make after doing some healing and shadow work and being able to release this fully, if that makes sense. Okay. So this is not me beating you up. This is hoping to empower you going forward to where you got bigger spiritual muscles and better judgment and more strong boundaries and more self-esteem to be able to say, you know, you start talking to somebody, you go out with them a time or two, but you're not really invested, but you start to see those red flags. And you're like, this is not for me. And you get out and you may be funky for a day or two, but you're basically okay. You bounce back after a day or two, not sitting here just crying your eyes out for months and months and months and, you know, whatever. And that's the difference. And that's what we're hoping. You know, the whole point of my channel, I've said this before in this reading, I'm saying it now for you Libras, is to hopefully empower us all to know and create better life experiences in every area going forward, right? And that's the whole point, okay? That's the whole point. And that's what this is all about, Libra and whoever else is listening. All right, so we've got fire, earth, and air here as well, okay? I don't really have any major arcanas, but that's what I got. Can y'all give me a minute to go cut? I'm freezing. My feet are cold. Can I just please go cut the air up? And I will be right back, and we will do Scorpio. So talk amongst yourselves. Talk amongst yourselves, and I'll go fix the air real quick, okay? I'll be right back. I'll be right back. I'm freezing. Can't deal with the air. No, I can't. I'll be right back. Just keep talking amongst yourself, and I'll be right back. I'm coming back. Ugh, I was freezing. I think it's because I forgot to put on socks. I normally always wear socks when I read, and I didn't put on socks, and my feet are freezing. Should have gone and got some socks too, but whatever. We got what? 5 signs left. All right. Grab Bone Papa from the closet, right? I know, right? All right, here we go. Y'all ready, Scorpio? Scorpio is at 134.03. 134.03. Scorpio, Sun, Rising, and Venus. Scorpio, Sun, Rising, Venus, North and South Node, and 8th house stellium, people. Let's get you some closure, Scorpio. Let me say this first. Scorpios, I did a very, very important first about 5 to 7 minutes of astrology talk specific to Taurus and Scorpios. Go listen to it because it is unique. There is stuff that you, especially Scorpio suns and risings, you need to know. It is a very, very important time for you astrologically. Big, big time. And this is going to affect you for the next year, what you do. Okay. So that being said, Scorpio, Sun, Rising, and Venus, North and South nodes, 8th house stelliums. Hey, beautiful Scorpionic people. How you guys doing? Love me some Scorpio gang. What up? All right. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. I know, right? I need to go get some socks. All right. Me too, actually, Courtney. And I was kind of, I'll be honest with you, I was walking into it like, oh my God. But actually it's been pretty, I mean, it's intense, but it's been pretty good to me. It's been pretty good to me. I get so emotional, baby, every time I think of you. I don't know why, but that came out to me when the moon card came out. But let's listen. Here's the sign. Here's the signs. Here's the cards, and I'm going to break these down. As I've said for every sign, I'm giving you several scenarios. One or more may be your story. Take what resonates, check your other placements because you may get even more in those. This particular reading, that is very important to do. That being said, Seven of Wands in reverse, Knight of Swords in reverse, the Hierophant in the reverse, the Sun card in the reverse, the Moon in the upright, and the Three of Swords. Scorpio, this person did not get you. Plain and simple. And you're like, okay, Karen, tell me something better. I'm fixing to go deep. That's what we do, Scorpio, you and I, you know that. If you've watched me for any length of time, you know, you guys take me places that other signs don't. That being said, the Sun in reverse and the Moon in the upright says it all. Scorpio, you are such an intensely emotional sign, not in a bad way, in a beautiful way. But you feel so deeply, but it's so internal for you. And you come across to people that don't understand you like you don't have emotion. Because a lot of people will think, oh, Scorpio's cold as ice. Huh. Not true. Not true. But your love language is, this is similar to the Taurus reading. If this resonates and you have any Taurus or you were dealing with the Taurus, go watch this. This is similar. Your love language is different from that of a lot of people. Okay, we all are different. Okay, but if you don't know a Scorpio or a thing about Scorpios, then you're not going to be able to speak their language. And when they are loving you, you're not going to realize they're loving you. It's like whenever your person is speaking Spanish and you're speaking French. Okay, the way that a Scorpio's love language is different. Make no mistake, if a Scorpio is in, they're fucking in. They'll be your ride or die until you, I mean, it takes a lot. Scorpios, it takes a lot. I'm going to tell you something. Y'all can say that Scorpios are asshats. You can say that they're narcissistic, and you can say that they're cold. Can they be? Of course they can. Every sign can. Heads up, it ain't just limited to Scorpios. But that being said, no. When a Scorpio makes a commitment, typically they're in. It takes a lot. It takes a lot, okay? Because they are so emotionally invested if they ever make that commitment. And it's hard for them to open up and actually trust to make that commitment. They feel, but they don't want you to know it. And it's this protective thing that they've got going around. So it looks like they're cold, but in fact, they're on the inside. Baby, you won't find an ooey or gooey or emotion as you will on the inside. But people that don't take the time to know you, Scorpio, are not going to know that, to learn what your love language is. Okay. They're not going to know that. This person didn't get you. And I think that you, in their mind, with the moon card, they saw you as somebody that they never knew where they stood with you. They never knew where they stood. And that was a lot of the problem. It's not necessarily that you didn't show them, and it's not necessarily that they were blind. I think it was both. Okay. You probably tried to show them or thought you were showing them, but they didn't see it because they were blind to the way that you showed it. This is kind of like a two-way street here. Could there have been third party? Possibly. We got the Three of Swords here. You could have been cheated on. You could have had somebody bail on you. But again, as I have said for every single sign thus far, the problem did not begin with the cheating. Cheating is wrong, and that is a problem, and that is a bad decision, and it's done in a very immature mindset. That being said, there were problems before, or this person would have never done this. Am I saying that you did anything wrong? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. They made a bad decision, and we know that, but there were problems before. This is a symptom. Cheating is a symptom of a problem that existed before. And what happens is a person, when you're in this situation and there are problems, And you've got one of these people that's immature, goes and makes another bad decision and makes the already existing problem worse by cheating. So understand, I am not excusing this. No, 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 I'm not. But I want you to understand that there were things that happened that were there that were before the cheating ever happened, if that happened. Okay. And probably you may have missed some red flags. I don't know. But I kind of think, and let me talk about this thing with the Hierophant in reverse, Scorpio. One of the things that Scorpios will embrace is a Scorpionic path, the path of a Scorpio, or anybody with Scorpio placements. Death and rebirth, death and rebirth, death and rebirth, if you're doing this thing right. If you're humaning right, Scorpio, you're called to do that. Yeah, you are. I mean, we all are, but you especially. Okay. And it's not easy. And, you know, quite honestly, I think that whoever you were dealing with, Scorpio, really was resistant to transformation and change. I think whoever this is, you and your beautiful Scorpionic energy really ruffled this person's feathers with the Hierophant in reverse. They're like, okay, we're not supposed to do things that way. Scorpio's like, let's do this. Let's rethink this. Let's do this a new way. I've been thinking about this for a while. Let's do this for a new way. I do believe there was emotion here from you and from them with the Seven of Wands in reverse. I think this person felt like they opened up to you and you didn't open up back. I really just got to say that. And does that mean you didn't open up? No, but they didn't see it. They didn't see it because they didn't get you. They did not get you. All right. The Sun is here in reverse. This person was not happy because they felt like they didn't know where they stood with you. And it's just because they couldn't read you. They couldn't read you. Knight of Swords in reverse. They felt like I think they really, honestly, I think they didn't trust you. Because they, in their mind, just kind of like the Tauruses, it's hard to know when a Taurus is expressing love towards you if you don't know their love language. And the same is true for you, Scorpio. It doesn't mean you don't love it, just people don't know your love language. You know, like I was talking about with the Taurus will bake you a cake. That's their love language. If you miss that, it's because you don't know Taurus. Well, if you miss the thing with Scorpio, then you know you miss it. And I think this person missed the boat totally. And because of that, they didn't trust you because they felt like they may have felt like you were cheating. I bet they maybe may have even accused you of cheating or having a wandering eye for sure. Right? They may have accused you of those things. I think they suspected it. With the Knight of Swords in reverse, I think they felt like you were lying to them at times or not telling them stuff. Or maybe you were sneaky or whatever. And okay, can a low vibrational Scorpio be sneaky? Yeah. So can a low vibrational every other sign. Okay, so let's not throw shade at one sign. That's why I hate people who throw shade at a certain sign. I can't deal with that. And that's why I have no tolerance. And y'all know that if you watch me for any length of time. But with that being said, that's kind of that's what I'm seeing here. They totally missed the boat. They did not know. And they missed out, Scorpio. Because were you in your emotions towards this person? You damn right you were. The moon card all over this thing. You are all up in the fields on it. But I think this person couldn't read it. They didn't know it. They didn't know it. They did not know it. They missed it. That's why the moon is in the upright. They did not see it. They totally were blind to it. And all I can say, Scorpio, 2 takeaways from this thing. One, you know, make sure before you emotionally invest that you're dealing with a person who speaks your language or at least understands your love language, okay? And don't beat yourself up that you may have missed that. Again, this is about empowering you to make better decisions going forward and honoring the person that you are back then for doing the best that you could at the time with what you were working with, okay? And honoring that and being thankful for the lesson, okay? This is not about beating you up for making bad decisions about who you connected with. No. This is empowering you to make decisions that are in your best interest going forward, okay? That's what this is really about. And this is what I see. And to be honest with you, can I just share something that I see here? The 3 of Swords is the outcome. I think this hurt this person and you don't realize it. And what's sad is this person hurt because they thought you didn't love them when you did, when you loved them to the core, when you loved them from head to toe. Everything about them. Everything about them. You would have probably drank their bathwater. But for real, on a serious note, and I think they were over here just feeling like you didn't care. And quite honestly, I can hear them saying things, and they may or may not have, but in their mind, at least, they were like, this person's a player. They're a liar. They're hiding things from me. I don't think you were. I don't think you were. I don't think you were. And I think you know why there's 3 swords here? That's the card of heartbreak. You know who broke their heart, Scorpio? They did. They did. Not you. They did. They did. And what they missed out on was a very deep love. But you know what? That wasn't your person. That wasn't your person. If that makes sense. So once again, Scorpio has taken us to a whole nother level, and we have read way too long for Scorpio. But okay, we've got air and fire. We have Taurus, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, and Leo. I know, Sonia. I knew this was going to be a tough reading, but sometimes we got to do the tough topics, right? That's what we're here for. I mean, I could do fun topics all the time, but we got to grow sometimes. All right, let's do Sagittarius at 147.05. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, North and South Node, 9th house stellium, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, North and South Node, 9th house stelliums. Hello, Saggy peeps. Hello, Saggy peeps. Let's get you some closure. Let's get you some closure. Let's see what's up. Let's see what's up. Judgment in the reverse. The Hanged Man in the reverse. 8 of Swords. The Chariot in the reverse. Lots of major arcanas here. The Ace of Cups. Strength. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here's what's interesting here. This person made a snap judgment call, very impulsive. Judgment in reverse, hangman in the reverse. Didn't really think about the consequences at the time. I think this person bailed on you for another person. Something new. And quite honestly, why do I think that? Because listen to me, the Chariot here is in reverse. I think there was another sign that I got a similar message. I don't remember which sign it was. It may have been Leo. But this person got bored. Felt like this thing had lost all spark. And so they went on for something new, for a thrill. Okay. What? And did they regret that? Yeah. 8 of Swords is here. But at the same time, let me talk about what makes people do this kind of stuff to begin with. Just like I did with a Leo. I believe it was Leo. And that is this. What happens? The whole reason probably that this person came into this connection was they felt like you could make them happy and complete them. You can't. No one can. A lot of people go into connections for that reason. They want you to fill up their cup. At the end of the day, the only person that can fill up your cup is you. And the only person that can fill up my cup is me. And I'm not going to try to throw shade at you, Sagittarius, because I've done this in connections too. But probably if this person came into that, you probably came in the same way. And so you come in with 2 empty cups, looking for the other person to fill your cup up, but they ain't got nothing in their cup to give you either. So here you are. And it works for a little bit till the butterflies wear off and the infatuation wears off. And then when you get down to brass tacks and there's nothing really solid there, no real solid emotion, because the whole reason we came into this is because we didn't have any self-love to begin with and we wanted it from another person. So then we just feel like, oh, well, what it is Sagittarius is just not exciting anymore. So I'm going to go find me somebody new. And there are people that bounce from connection to connection to connection. And as I said, my ex-person that really was my tower, that really brought me to heal and wake the hell up, is on his 8th marriage. There are people who never get it. There are people who do. I hope that you do. But you know what's interesting is this. The Eight of Swords is here and the Strength card is here. This person regrets what they did. They jumped from the frying pan to the fire, Sagittarius. They jumped from the frying pan to the fire. And that's okay. But that's, I believe, what happened. And so what I get from that and the takeaway, because the takeaway is what we're really after today, the closure. Okay, let's make sense of this all, Auntie Karen, so that I can close this thing out and heal and do better going forward and have better experiences. Okay, I'm going to try. All right, here's what I see. So if it's true that you went into this connection looking for another person to make you happy, and they probably came into that in the same way, now you know that that's not going to work, and you got to get your own cup full. And I hope you do the shadow work and the healing to get that cup full. And you look back and you can see those signs a lot better if some, so that when you meet up with people and you go for coffee and you talk to them on the phone and you go out a time or two and you're not all that emotionally invested, it's early on, you'll recognize that stuff a lot sooner. If you really listen and ask questions and interact, you will get what you need before you're so emotionally invested. And you'll stop back and you'll say, this is just not, no, that's not what I'm, that person's looking for something for me that I can't give. And okay, you may be depressed for a day or two, but you're not sitting around for months and, tears in your beers kind of thing from being so emotionally invested like these types of connections. Okay. And that's okay. And don't beat yourself up for going into a connection for the wrong reason or for them, or ignoring some red flags. Honor that person for teaching you what you're learning now, because you're becoming empowered to make better decisions going forward. You're not supposed to be the same person, and you never will be. That's the whole point, is learning from every single connection, whether it's lasting or not. You learn from it, okay? And that's the takeaway from here, to empower you to what you missed and see things better going forward, okay? All right, Saggy, I hope that helps you. All right, so in the signs here that we've got, we have water and air. Big major arcana. This is a big lesson for you, Sagittarius. Scorpio and Pisces, Leo, and Cancer. All right. Thank you, Andrea. Thank you so much for that. Hey, Courtney. All right. So that's what we got here. All right. Gonna do Capricorn. Gonna do Capricorn. Where are the goats? The goats of the zodiac. The true goats. 1, 5, 3, 11. 1, 5, 3, 11. Capricorn, sun, moon, rising, Venus, north and south node, and 10th house stellium. Peeps, let's get some closure for you today. Let's see if we can get some closure. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, North and South nodes and stelliums. These readings, several things come out. One or more of these might apply because we are a reading for several Capricorns. So it is important to understand that and to check your other placements for other things that will be helpful for you and additional information. Okay, so keep that in mind. All right. So yeah, Jake, that's it for Sagittarius. It was a free reading. Be grateful. Don't complain. Be grateful for free things. And check your other placements. I read until I get the message that needs to come out. That being said, 3 of Cups in the reverse to the Strength to the 2 of Pentacles. The High Priestess, the priest, which is the Hierophant in the reverse. The King of Wands in the reverse and the Ace of Pentacles. At the jump, Capricorn. At the jump. At the jump. Let me tell you, what I believe you are dealing with here is I believe you connected up with somebody who has a very low self-esteem with the King of Wands in reverse. Okay? That being said, how that manifests and how that manifested in your connection. Many times, players have shit self-esteem. Yes, they do, because they need all these romantic people following after them to just feel okay about themselves. Sometimes a crap self-esteem will cause you to connect up with a player, because at your root in your subconscious, you don't even realize, you don't feel like you can do any better. Oh, that's the best I can do. But you don't even know that because that's in your subconscious, your shadow self. So probably you both came into this thing with a crap self-esteem, Capricorn. And how it manifested was for you is you settled for a player. And how it manifested for the person is they became the player. And they modeled back to you that, in fact, you weren't good enough, because that's what happens when we are in that vibration in our shadow self. We attract people who affirm those beliefs. So when you work on your shadow and you get yourself in better shape, then, and you've got better opinions about yourself, then you'll start attracting people who affirm the good things. Yes, you are good enough. You got value. Hey, you're fun to be with. You're worth me not cheating on. See, that kind of thing. That's how that rolls. But this is what I really think happened with you. And what I think this person is, as far as this, again, got bored, went to somebody else, went for something new. Again, looking for you to do what nobody else can do for this person, including the new person, because their self-esteem is so bad. They were looking for other people to make them feel better about themselves. But nobody can make me feel better about myself. Nobody can make this person feel better about themselves or you better than yourself. You feel about yourself. That's an inside job. You got to come into this right, with the right attitude about who you are, okay, going forward, okay? But at the jump, this person affirmed to you every crap thing that you had, Capricorn, in your shadow self. And let me tell you something, Capricorns, and I've talked to y'all about this before. If you watch me for any length of time, Capricorn, I'm a Capricorn moon. The internal dialogue that we have, I don't care. You might be a sun, you might be a moon, rising, Venus, I don't care. Don't sit here and tell me your internal dialogue doesn't beat the hell out of you and tell you every horrible thing that you could ever possibly tell a person. Tell me I'm wrong. Because I know, because I got a Capricorn moon. And that bitch, she's under control now, but I have to keep her in check. Now, I'm not kidding you. I'm not kidding you. And I love high vibrational Capricorn energy. It's beautiful. And she works a lot better with me now. But I'm here to tell you, she gave me fits. She gave me fits. And I'm telling you, you attracted this person because of that internal dialogue. If I can just be honest with you and shoot straight with you, Capricorn to Capricorn. Because yes, I'm a Gemini, but I'm also very Capricorn with my moon and my south node. Okay. But that being said, this person came to you to feel better about themselves. And I think you hoped that they would make you feel better about yourself and contradict everything that your internal dialogue was telling you was shit with you. When in fact, all they did was affirm it by playing around and messing around with a wandering eye and everything else. And they needed that wandering eye to feel good about themselves. So you were doing this very different things for the same reason. Yeah. I think this person broke vows, broke promises, and broke trust. Hierophant in the reverse. Repeatedly. And I don't know if they started out this way at the jump, but I can tell you, if they cheated or flirted or had the wandering eye, that was not the problem. Was it a problem? It was a problem, but it wasn't. It was a symptom of a bigger problem. It's never right to cheat, and I don't excuse that. But the reason that this person cheated is because they had a crap self-esteem, and that was the real root problem. And so instead of actually working on that in a healthy way and doing shadow work and healing and therapy and whatever, what did they do? They went out and found a quick fix, a Band-Aid. But you know what? The bleeding is not going to stop ever until they fix themselves. And truthfully, they're not going to find a solution for their self-esteem outside of themselves any more that you are outside of yourself any more than I ever did outside of myself. It's an inside job. Okay. And so that's what I'm getting here for you, Capricorn. And that's what I'm getting, that the root underlying problem was, it looked like a cheater and a player. And that much is true. But if we dig deeper, the real problem was the self-esteem on both sides. Is that fair? This is not for me beating you up. This is me telling you See it for what it is and learn from it and empower yourself to move forward. And for the love of all things holy, Capricorn, do not sit here and torture yourself with the internal dialogue of all the mistakes that you made by going into this connection, looking for this person to make you better. No, you're doing better because you know better. You did what you need to do at the time. Now you do better. Now you do better. It's just that simple. But you honor that person that made the mistakes in the past because they're teaching you to do better now and to have better judgment going forward. Okay. Fair enough. All right, Capricorn. All right. So we have earth and water. Fire is here. Leo and Taurus. All right. Thank you, Laura. Thank y'all so much. Appreciate each and every one of you. All right. Aquarius. Where are the beautiful fixed air signs? Aquarius is at 20118. Aquarius, 20118. Here we go. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North and South Node, 11th house stelliums. Make some noise, Aquarius. Where y'all at? Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. North and South Node and 11th house stellium. Let's get y'all some closure. Closure. Hello, Stephanie. Hey, Valencia. Let's see what's up. Oh. Okay. All right, listen. The Nine of Swords, Devil reversed, Knight of Cups in reverse, Seven of Swords, Justice reversed, Ten of Swords. Let's talk about it. This is a very painful experience for you, and I think you're trying to put all this together. Let's try to help you. The Nine of Swords at the jump and the Seven of Swords right underneath it. Let's talk about the trust issues. Let's talk about fear of abandonment going into this thing. Fears. Because we had unhealed wounds when we went into it, yes. And what happens is when we go into a situation with unhealed wounds, abandonment issues, fear of being left, fear of having the rug pulled out from under us, okay, inability to fully trust a person because we expect everybody out there is going to hurt us because everybody else has in the past. Whew, I feel you. But when you walk into a situation like that, what you are going to attract to you is a person to do the very thing that you fear the most. You've heard me say this before, probably. You manifest what you fear. Did you cause a person to do this that would not have otherwise done it? No. You walked into this connection with that vibration and you found a person that would affirm that back to you. Okay, because that's in your subconscious unhealed wounds. Okay, and so it's not that you turned a good person into a bad person. It's that your energy that you were putting out there from your shadow self was saying, abandon me. I don't, bring me up. I can't trust anybody. And the universe says, yes, let's send you somebody you can't trust. Let's send you somebody. The universe only has one answer when we're in that energy. Yes, you're right. So when you work on your shadow self after a connection like this, when we have that wake up call and we learn, then we start to, as we get that shadow work done and bring that stuff up and work on it, we start putting the energies out there. Hey, I'm worth staying with. I'm worth trusting. And I am worth staying with. Why in the world would somebody want to leave a person like me? I'm genuine, authentic. I bring a lot of great things to the table. It's not egotistical. It's confidence that I mean, I'm not saying you feel like you get to a place where you're perfect. No, that's egotistical. No, but you see the good things that you bring to a person. I'm loving. I'm sweet. I'm stable. I'm faithful. Okay. Yeah. Maybe sometimes I burn the biscuits, whatever. Okay. We all have things. But my point is this: when you walk into a connection expecting the worst or fearing the worst, you're going to find a person that's going to do the worst. And that's what I get with this thing. The devil in reverse is things that are in your shadow that need to be healed at the very beginning of this thing, walking into it. And what happened? What happened? I'm going to tell you what happened. The Knight of Cups in reverse happened. This person bailed on you when you needed them the most, left you holding the bag, maybe more than once. I don't know. And you know what else? Probably blamed you for a lot of shit you didn't do. Beat yourself up more in the self-esteem department. And then the Justice is in the reverse. You never had a prayer from the get-go. It's hard for me to say. That's hard for me to say. Was this you're a bad person? No, it wasn't that you're a bad person. But vibrating in that energy that you were in put you in a place where there was no way to win. There was no way to win walking in with abandonment issues. There was no way for you to win. And ultimately what happened? The ultimate betrayal. The Ten of Swords. This one hurts like hell, people. This is the worst kind of ending. All 10 swords in the back. Maybe they cheated on you. I don't know. Could have been. But I'm going to tell you what. This one ain't for sissies. This hurts like a motherfucker. It does. I don't know if they cheated on you, lied to you, stole from you. I don't know what it was, but I'm telling you. Tragic. The meaning of this card in the upright. Tragic ending with no possible way to go back. So the takeaway, because that's what this whole point of this thing is the takeaway. How do I go forward, Auntie Karen? How do I go forward from here? Okay. Here's what I don't want you to do, Aquarius. I don't want you to beat yourself up for walking into a connection with abandonment issues because you didn't realize it. But now you do. The point is to learn from it and not do it again. And you're like, okay, how can I deal with these abandonment issues? Baby, it's shadow work. It's shadow work. It's shadow work. And it's not easy, but it also hurts like hell when you wind up in this Ten of Swords energy too. The shadow work is going to keep you from going into a connection next time with abandonment issues to keep this from happening, okay? So that's really what I'm getting. And I think, honestly, who was the most unfair to you? God, this is hard. Please know this comes from my heart. And I'm not beating you up. But the person that gave you the most, the reason the odds were stacked against, you know who stacked the odds against you, Aquarius? You. And you didn't mean to. You would have never done that to yourself on purpose. No, you would not have. But going into this thing with these abandonment issues and these trust issues, there was no way for you to win. But now, be gentle with yourself and don't beat yourself up about it. But at the same time, learn from it and fix it so that going forward, you won't let yourself go into this thing expecting the worst because everybody's been this way. All right? And that's the whole point. That's the whole point. All right. So we have air, water, Libra, and Capricorn. And that's what I got, Aquarius. I hope that helps somebody. I hope that helps somebody. Shadow work playlist, free for you all. It's linked in my description box, but you can see it, okay? Let's do Pisces. Yep, we're on Pisces, right? Okay. All right. These readings are so freaking deep today, y'all. God. Y'all are taking me places, but that's okay. I'm doing my job. Pisces. What up, spicy, feisty Pisces? Let's get you some closure. Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. North and South Node and 12th House Stelliums. North and South Node in Pisces, 12th House Stellium, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go, spicy, feisty Pisces. Let's get you some closure. Let's get you some closure. Here we go, beautiful Pisces gang. Page of Cups, but in the reverse, the Hermit in reverse. Okay. Knight of Pentacles. Oh. Okay. Valencia, thank you, sweetheart. Y'all are so kind to me. All right, Pisces. I don't know if I gave you the cards or not. Page of Cups in the reverse, Hermit reversed, Knight of Pentacles, Two of Swords in the reverse, Eight of Pentacles in the reverse, Ten of Pentacles, and the Fool card, both in the upright. Okay, now, that being said, Courtney, thank you for being here, love bug. Appreciate you. Let's talk about this thing. Quite honestly, I think the whole reason for coming into this connection was for the wrong reasons as well. And let's talk about that. I think both of you, not one of you, but both of you came into this connection because you felt like you had been lonely too long, or alone too long, or single too long, and you were tired of being single. You may have had family pressures to be in a connection, or friends pressuring you, or maybe you just said, you know what, it's age 30, it's time to be married or be in a long-term connection. My biological clock is ticking. I don't know, whatever the, expectations of society is. And you know what Auntie Karen always says about the expectations of family, other people, or society. But okay, we live and we learn. I didn't know that at age 30 either. Okay. But that being said, I think you felt like this was your person, Two of Swords in the reverse. And you're like, okay, this will work. This person is complimentary to me in many ways. So this will work. But what happened, and again, I think this was superficial reasons. I don't think it was for the right reasons. I really don't. And quite honestly, Pisces, when the rubber met the road, I kind of think that you felt ignored by this person. I think there was a lot of cold air in the air. And this was not from you, Pisces, because you're a water sign. I mean, it could have been, but I really don't think so. I think this is more from the other side. This person may have very well been married to their job, or ignored you for family, or just put you as a lower priority in some way with the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. And I think you felt ignored. I think you felt like this person did not put you in a place of priority that you did them, the same place. Okay. I think you felt like you were maybe last on their priority list. There's work, there's family, there's whatever, and probably hobbies, and my golf game, and the football game, and my sewing club, and my, Tai Chi, and maybe they did have a wandering eye, possibly. I don't have that real strong here, but it bears repeating. I've said this in every sign, and I'm going to say it a lot. If there was a third party, or this person where they cheated or flirted around, or in some way it left you for another person, if it was any of that, understand that is not where the problem started. It started before then. That only makes a problem worse. And I'm saying, I'm not in any way excusing cheating. That is a horrible, immature way to handle things. But they would not cheat if there was not already a problem. So it's just a problem, and then a person reacting to that problem in a very stupid, immature way and making a bigger problem. Okay. So anyway, that being said, you were last on their priority list. And that's what I see here. But the reason that I feel like that happened is because the whole reason that you guys came into this connection is because you were just felt like you had been alone too long, and it was time to be in a connection, or family pressures, or whatever, like I said. And if you come into a connection out of loneliness, and that I'm saying this because the Hermit is in reverse. If you come into a connection out of loneliness, you will attract a person who is coming out of loneliness. And then what you have are two people that are in the same room still feeling lonely. It's true. That's what you have. You can feel lonely in the presence of other people, or you cannot feel lonely. Let me tell you something. I live alone. And I have my daughter. She's here about half the time because I got 50-50 with her dad. Okay. I don't know when was the last time I felt lonely. I have felt lonely a lot in my life, back whenever I was a different person and I had not done a lot of work. But I've done a lot of shadow work, and I've done a lot of healing, and I've learned to enjoy my own company. And quite honestly, if I don't enjoy my own company, then I'm putting that vibration out there. And what I'm going to attract is other people that don't enjoy my company either. And so that's why they're lonely in my presence. And they're putting that out there. So that's why I feel lonely in their presence. That's how that works. You attract lonely people and you still feel lonely. You got to fix the lonely inside yourself. And then you attract someone else who's not lonely. And then when you come together with another person and neither of you are lonely, guess what? You're not going to be lonely when you're together either. Ain't it great how that works? And that's what this is about. Okay. That's what this is about. This is not me beating you up, Pisces. This is me saying, let's learn from this. Let's get the takeaway from this of, oh, I see. I've got to get comfortable in my own skin so that another person understands that I'm fun, right? And that I can, they can enjoy time with me. And I'll attract somebody else who is fun. Okay, if that makes sense. And that's really what I'm getting from the takeaway. I don't want you to beat yourself up. I want you to learn from it. The whole point is you honor where you were back then and you're like, oh, thank you for teaching me this. Now I understand. Now I'm more empowered to work on myself and to be ready in a better way whenever I get into another connection. And again, that's what this entire reading is about. Okay, Pisces? So I hope that helps. I hope that helps. All right. I hope that helps. Anything else the Pisces needs to know? Anything else the Pisces needs to know? I'm feeling like there's more to this that I need to talk to you about, Pisces. Sometimes I feel that. Sometimes I don't. I feel it for you, Pisces. I know we're 2 hours and 16 minutes in, but we're almost done, y'all. And I got more to say to the Pisces, and I know it. I know it. Oh, Pisces is at 20915. I'm sorry, Melissa. Did you get Aqua at 20118? All right, again, here's what I'm getting. Do not beat yourself up for this, Pisces. Stop holding yourself hostage and forgive yourself for the things you did not know. You did the best you could at the time you did it. And now stop the internal bitching at yourself. 8 of Swords, 8 of Wands in reverse. Stop turning that stuff on yourself, okay? It's time. The Devil is in reverse because there's wounds here that need to be healed, okay? And don't worry about what other people expect of you. Let me tell you something. A lot of people, Pisces, will say, well, you just need to start dating again. No, you don't. You need to heal yourself before you start dating again. Don't listen to other people. They don't know what the hell they're talking about. Why do I tell you that? Because the divorce rate is so fucking high. Okay? If the collective, if the general pop knew how to romance, the divorce rate would not be what it is today. And check out second marriage divorce rates, and third and fourth. It's just ridiculous. You have over 50% for first marriages. It's like 70-something% failed for second marriages because people go into these connections unhealed for the wrong reasons. The population, most people that give you relationship advice do not know what the fuck they are talking about, and they've got the receipts to prove it. And I just gave them to you. And if you don't believe it, go look it up. I'm a Gemini. I already got it off of Google. Okay. So yeah, get that. Understand that. You follow your own to intuition. When I had the big fat breakup that absolutely was the game changer for me, everybody's saying, the problem is, Karen, you just need to go out and start dating. And you know what? I tried it. And it would make me physically sick. Why? Because my intuition and my higher self were screaming at me that this is not what I need to be doing. But yes, I was listening to other people. Well, you know what? They don't know what they're talking about. And you know what? I was right. I didn't need to be dating. I was the last person that needed to be out there trying to get in another connection. I used to live and die by the thing. The best way to get out over one man is to get under another. Nothing can be further from the truth. That created more and more and more problems. So that being said, Pisces, your signs that came out: fire, water, air, and earth. The major arcana is here: Capricorn and Aries. All right. So don't let anybody tell you what you need to be doing. Ever. Not just about dating, but anything. You're the only person that has access to your intuition. And the one source of guidance that is the best for you is your intuition. Always. Always. I can tell you my experiences. I can share my experiences, but at the end of the day, this is your journey. And anybody who takes any tack with you other than that is not your friend. I don't care who they are. I don't care what kind of blood relation they are. If they try to tell you what's best for you and you're a grown-ass adult, they don't have good boundaries. So you need to set some. All right. There you go. It's time for you to set some. Let's read a collective message. All right. Oh, I missed that. Let's read a collective. We're going to do collective today. Collective messages for everybody are at 220, 22015, 22015 for the collective. Here we go. We are doing the collective. All signs have been done. Antoinette, you can rewind. All right, beautiful collective. Here we go. Collective message for everybody. Collective message for everybody. The closure you did not get. Let's bring this home for everybody. Source, Spirit, Universe, guides. Let's bring this home for everybody. Let's bring this home. Let's make sense of this. Let's make sense of this. Let's make sense of this. Here we go. Thanks, Legion. All right. Here we go. A lot of the problem is going into a connection fearing the worst. Fearing the worst. Because you will attract somebody who will affirm that the worst can happen. Okay, 6 of Wands in reverse. Coming into a connection of loneliness, you will attract another person who is lonely, and you will be lonely in the same room with this person. Do not let other people tell you who is right for you or that when the timing is right for you. Okay? Don't. You don't have to follow the rules. It's what works for you and other people that are in a connection. Okay? Second, and next, there's a lot of unhealed wounds and unresolved issues that need to be healed before you go into a new dynamic, because you will take that pain and anger and loneliness and sadness and fear of abandonment and all of those things into the next connection, and you will find somebody who will do those very things to you. Okay? Is there opportunity for better? The King of Cups is here. The King of Cups is here. Yeah, there's opportunity to do better. But you got to get yourself up to the King of Cups level to bring in a King of Cups. And how do you do that? Shadow work, energy work, healing, bringing your vibration up to where you attract somebody of an emotional intelligence and availability to meet. You've got to meet that person, right? You've got to meet that person on an equal ground. You've got to be their equal. Okay? You've got to be their equal. You can't come in damaged and expect somebody who is whole, because that's just not going to, that's not possible energetically. That's just not how energy behaves. So we have to look at these past connections and say, okay, I had to have been damaged in some way. Not mean, not saying you were mean or ugly or hateful. No, that's not what toxic means, people. That's not what that means. It can mean that, but it can also encompass somebody who gives too much, who's too much of a people pleaser, who lets people walk all over them. That's toxic behavior too. Okay. And you have to look back and say, I've got to get myself in a better place so that I don't walk into these things all prepared for somebody to walk all over me and accept that crap. I've got to get some boundaries and some self-esteem and some self-love in place. And that's okay. You take your time. Don't let anybody tell you how long that is going to take. It varies. Everybody's healing is on a different timeline, and that's okay. You honor that. And you don't let anybody rush you, including yourself. Okay? You don't have to follow the rules. Okay? You don't have to. Can you adopt? Okay, I hear you. But Auntie Karen, my biological clock. Go adopt a baby. Go. Why do you have to be married to have a baby? Have a baby with a responsible partner and co-parent like bosses. Let me tell you, it took, and okay, my daughter's father is truly a good friend of mine. Now, we were married, it's true, but you can co-parent with a person in a very healthy way in two households. Oh, yes, you can. Yes, you can. And not be romantically involved. And that's okay. So don't throw that at me. Don't throw that biological clock shit at me. Don't throw it at me. It's not a thing anymore. And if anybody wants to be judgmental about it, just like Roxy said, you make your rules. You don't hurt other people, but don't let other people walk all over you either. right? Anything else for the collective? Anything else coming out for the collective? I love when that Hierophant comes out in the reverse, baby. Rules are made to be broken. Expectations. I got one person I'm accountable to. The person I got to live with when I look in the mirror and when I lay my head on my pillow at night. And if I can feel okay about how I treated other people and how I handled myself, it's been a pretty decent day. Been a pretty good day. That's how you manifest better things. Two of Swords in the reverse. This is how you manifest better. This is how you manifest better, people. Not just in romance. Everything, okay? Everything. Look at here. Wishes fulfilled. Let me tell you why the Nine of Cups came up. You've got to get it right on the inside before it's going to become the Ten of Cups. As within, so without. So whatever romantic connections that you've been manifesting, and I join you in this, I've had a lot of failed relationships. And it was because it was matching what was on my inside. But you get the inside right, the outside has no choice but to match it. So if you've been manifesting asshats, it's because inside you feel like that's what you deserve in a subconscious way because you're not aware of it. Again, the shadow self is the subconscious and you're not aware of it, yet it is affecting every single experience we have, romantic and otherwise. So every experience around you is just a mirror of what is inside. And I've got stuff for free all day long, all in my playlist. And you know what's sad to me? That healing is such a passion of mine. And my tarot reads, and y'all know this, my tarot reads, in 48 hours, this read will have at least 5 to 7, maybe 12, 14,000 views. My shadow work, they've been up over a year. I doubt any of them have 2,000 or 3,000. People don't want to heal. They just want to know when the next dip comes. But you know what? I'm after the 1 out of 100 of you that are listening that want to heal and do better and have better life experiences. Yeah. I say that a lot privately. It's the first time I've ever said it publicly, but it's true. People don't want to heal for the most part. They just want to know when the next dick or coochie's coming along. And that's the real truth. And that's what's sad. And that's why 90% of the dating world is such a screwed up mess. And that's why you hear people say, women especially, are really saying, men, level up. We don't need you anymore. And you see articles coming out about all the lonely men because women are realizing, you know what? We're just not settling for that shit anymore. And I hate to say it. It is very gendered. And it is what it is. And normally I don't read genders. And let me tell you something. For the men who follow me, am I slamming you? No, I'm not. I got some awesome, awesome males that follow me. There are good men out there. There are. If I didn't believe that, I would block every freaking one of you, you know? And I've got 2 males that are mods for me who are absolutely wonderful, wonderful men who I have the utmost respect for. And there are a lot of other men who follow me. And you know who you are. You've been following me a long time, and I love you to death. I have the greatest respect for you. But you and I both know, guys, you guys are the minority in the males. There's a lot of men out there that need to level up, but women do too. I'm not saying we don't, okay? But you see it all over TikTok. Women are just fed up with this shit. And it's not the good ones. It's the yucky ones. So there you go. Exactly, Legion. But that's what we got, y'all. That's what we got. And I am going to get out of here. We're going to get timestamps up here in a minute. I hope this has been helpful for you guys. Thank you so, so much. I hope this was helpful for you guys. Don't forget to drop a like. If you've not subscribed, I hope you'll do so. Personal reading info down in the description box. Follow the link and join me later today, 7 o'clock Central Time, PM Central Time. We are doing mini reads. Super affordable. Very, very quick and easy. They're not nearly as detailed as personal readings, but we get you a quick answer anyway. Okay. All right. So I agree. And we're always in a healing journey. And Sharon, we're all just walking each other home. I'm still healing. I'm still learning. I'm still growing. You know, there are things today that I'm totally unaware of and oblivious to that a week, a month. And I hope I'm a different person a year from now than I am now. I look back at stuff that come up on my memories, that stuff that I posted on Facebook a year or 2 years ago. And I'm like, God, I'm so glad I'm better than that now. God, I'm so glad I learned the truth from that. And next year, this time, I hope I'm the same way. And because if I'm not, I hope that I'm, you know, looking back at where I am right now and going, oh my God, I've grown so much since then. And if I don't, then I'm stagnant, because stagnancy is toxic, and that's the comfort zone. We got to get out of the comfort zone and learn and do better. If you want different experiences, you got to do something you've never done. If you want something you never had, you got to do something you've never done, right? So anyway, thank you so, so much for being here. Much love and light to all of you guys. Thank you for being supporters of the cottage, y'all. Bye, you guys. Love and light.